There are moments in life when the people we care for the most end up hurting us in the deepest ways, and when that happens, life has its own way of revealing the truth. My name is Eduardo, and for over 2 decades, I've owned and operated a catering business I built from scratch after my divorce. I poured my soul into it, 18-hour workdays, countless sacrifices, hoping it would become a legacy for my children. So when my son Diego told me he was getting married to Camila, my heart overflowed with joy. He was completely in love, and she seemed to be everything one could ask for in a daughter-in-law. As the wedding plans began, Diego and Camila settled on a classy yet simple celebration with about 150 guests at a beautiful venue. When I noticed their concern over catering expenses, I stepped in. I told them, "Let this be my gift to you both. I'll take care of everything, food, staff, service, the full experience." Diego lit up with gratitude. But Camila, her smile didn't quite reach her eyes. I chalked it up to wedding nerves. For 6 months, I dedicated myself entirely to the event. I sourced the finest ingredients, crafted a creative menu, and even spent 3 full days perfecting a custom cake. Nothing about this wedding was routine, it was my son's special day. But 1 week before the event, while rehearsing at the venue, I went back inside to retrieve something I had forgotten. That's when I overheard a conversation that shattered me. Through an open door, I heard Camila mocking everything I'd done. She called my food basic, like something you'd find on the side of a highway. Her bridesmaids laughed. "At least it's free," one said. "And it shows," Camila added coldly. She said she was embarrassed to admit who the caterer was, that she had begged Diego to hire professionals, but he insisted on including me. She even said she'd have to lie to their guests about who prepared the food. Then came the final blow. She mocked my cooking, belittled my business, and even implied that I was only offering my services for attention because my company was supposedly failing. That couldn't be further from the truth. I had turned down multiple high-paying events just to focus on this one. Then I heard her say something I'll never forget: "Once we're married, I hope Diego understands we need to distance ourselves from his family. I don't want our kids growing up thinking this kind of mediocrity is normal." I couldn't listen any longer. My heart sank. That night, I sat in silence, staring at the invoices and receipts, over $15,000 spent, all done with love. But if my efforts weren't appreciated, then I wasn't going to force them on anyone. The next morning, I made some calls. On the wedding day, I arrived early with my team, just as planned, but instead of setting up the food for serving, we packed everything into a refrigerated truck. Hours before the reception, I met Diego in his room. He was adjusting his tie, beaming with excitement. He thanked me from the bottom of his heart, and that's when I told him we needed to talk. I played him the recording. His face turned pale, and silence took over. "Son," I said, "I don't want your thanks, I want your respect. If Camila believes my food isn't good enough, I won't force her to eat it." He begged me to reconsider, but I had made up my mind. I handed him a check for $1,000, the average cost of hiring another caterer. "Use this," I said. "Order whatever you want." And then I left. I told my team to pack up, and within 30 minutes, we were gone. What followed was a mess. They ended up calling around for pizzas and sandwiches from multiple restaurants. In that elegant venue, guests ate on paper plates and drank from plastic cups. Some left early. Camila cried in the bathroom. Diego spent most of the evening on the phone begging for last-minute food deliveries. The marriage didn't last long, only 8 months. 3 weeks after the divorce, Diego called me. He apologized for not standing up for me, for not seeing Camila's true nature, and for failing to appreciate everything I had done. He asked if we could talk again. I said yes, because no matter what, that's what fathers do. But that day taught me something important: never allow your generosity to be taken for granted. When someone reveals who they truly are, believe them the first time. And sometimes, the most powerful act of love is letting someone feel the full weight of their choices. If this story moved you, don't let it end here. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. Remember, self-respect isn't pride, it's protection. Stand firm. Set boundaries. And never apologize for walking away from what doesn't value you.